Hi Taurus, here is your general reading for the month of February. I must apologise for the lateness. Obviously, all my readings are going to be late this month, okay? I have been so busy with private readings that I have not had the time to upload for YouTube. But you know what? Don't get too caught up in the time, okay? The time I'm doing the reading is maybe the correct time that you're meant to hear these messages, okay? And you know, the time span doesn't always fall literally from month to month, okay? Sometimes the energy of these messages can play out 2 to 3 months later for some of you, okay? It is a general reading, so it may not resonate with you, okay? And if it doesn't, please check your moon and your rising sign. Now, I've done the 10 card Celtic spread, okay? The first card we have, which is the energy being brought in, we have here the Eight of Pentacles. Now, this is your own energy. It's earth energy, like I said, for yourself, as well as Capricorn and Virgo. And the Pentacles, you know, they generally talk about our work and our finances and our material world. And it's a very grounded energy. The thing with the Eight of Pentacles is it talks about you being very focused on something during this month of February. Now, for some of you, it could be a relationship. For some of you, it could be to do with your work, okay? But it talks of you being very focused on a particular area of your life. If you look at the man in the card, you know, he's only focusing and looking at what he's doing. He's not paying attention on anything else around him, okay? It does talk about putting hard work and effort into something. So, as I said, for all of you, it's going to be different, okay? But it's telling me that for this month of February and maybe going into March, you know, the overall energy is about you focusing your time and your energy on a particular area or person or situation within your life. Now, what's challenging you? We have here the Ace of Swords. The Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. And the Swords is all to do with our thinking, our thoughts, and our communication. Now, the Ace generally talks of new beginnings. Well, the Ace always talks of new beginnings, I should say. So it is possible that there may very well be a delay in regards to whatever it is you may be putting your time and effort into. But when it's reversed, it can also talk about, in some way, maybe your willpower is fading, okay? You know, you may be really trying hard to focus your time and energy into whatever this is, but you may be finding it a struggle. Also, the Ace of Swords can talk about a lack of clarity or understanding. Now, it may very well be that you are putting a lot of time and effort into something in order to understand it better, or something like that. But it whatever it is creating a challenge for you, okay? There's some lack of clarity or understanding. If we're talking about a relationship situation, it can sometimes talk about a lack of feelings from your partner, okay? Which again could be making you feel confused. It can talk about a sense of frustration and a feeling of loss in some respects, okay? And the Ace of Swords, it can often talk about that breakthrough moment when it's that kind of aha moment when you finally get a better understanding of something. But when it's reversed, it talks about a delay with that, or a lack of clarity, or your judgment's clouded for some reason, okay? Now down here we have more of your own energy again. This time we have the Seven of Pentacles. It is reversed. And when it's reversed, it can talk about, it's kind of that feeling where you feel you're not reaping what you've sown, okay? Or you're not seeing a return on your investment. Now that could be an investment in regards to finances. It could be in regards to the effort you're putting into a job, or in terms of a relationship. Because the thing is, with the Eight of Pentacles there, we see all this hard work that you're putting into something. But we also see a delay or a challenge in regards to you having some clarity within your thoughts to do with whatever this is, okay? Now, you may just be putting a lot of hard work into a new job, and you may be struggling a little bit to get to grips with this particular new job. Or, as I said, you may be putting a lot of time and effort into a relationship, but feel that you're not getting the same amount of effort back from your partner. Again, that could be clouding your judgment, and they could be giving you mixed signals, is what I'm trying to get across, okay? It talks about feeling maybe unhappy or worrying about not getting back what you've put in. And I think for most of you, you've definitely put a lot of time and effort into something. But whatever this is, you're not feeling you're getting back what you should be getting back, or you're not getting back what you've put in. Now, in your near past position, we have here the Two of Cups. Now, the Cups is water energy, Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. And the water energy is to do with our feelings and our emotions. Now, the Two of Cups, when it's reversed, it can talk about misunderstandings within a relationship, which would very much link up with that Ace of Swords energy, where there's a lack of clarity and understanding. It can talk about a testing and difficult time within a relationship. Now, it could be, for some of you, a personal relationship, but for some of you as well, it could be a relationship with another family member or even a friend, okay? Just because it's cups and it talks about love and feelings, it doesn't have to be a personal relationship. But if I'm being honest, that's the feeling I get here, okay? I feel for the majority of you, you're going through some testing and difficult time. Now, because this is from the near past, this could be going back towards the end of 2016 and still coming through now from January going into February, okay? The Two of Cups as well, it can talk about relationship breakups. So for some of you, it is possible that maybe over the last couple of months, some of you have gone through a relationship breakup. But if that's the case, I feel you put a lot of time and effort into that relationship, but maybe the partner did not. Sorry, it can talk about a communication breakdown with this Two of Cups, which again shows here with this Ace of Swords, and why this may very well be in the challenge position, because like I said, the Swords energy is all to do with our communication. And when this is in the reverse, it talks about, as I said, a lack of clarity, a lack of understanding of a person or a situation. Now, up here, we have again more Pentacles energy. This time we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is reversed. The Knight of Pentacles, it can talk about somebody that is craving a change. Somebody that maybe feels they are stuck in a routine, or a particular relationship or area of their life has become mundane and boring, okay? Now, if you look here, okay, this man here, if I put this Seven of Pentacles that we already spoke about upright, you can see the expression here, you know, and this expression, you know, you could say he looks tired and he looks to the point of giving up, but you could also say that he does look fed up, he does look bored, he does seem to have a lack of interest on his face, okay? And he's at that point where he just wants to throw in the towel and give up. And that's very much what this Knight of Pentacles talks about as well, okay? So it could be you that although you were very focused on this particular relationship, if that's what we're talking about, but for some of you it could be a work situation here. It could be that you have put so much time and effort in, didn't get what you thought you should get back, and it's created this situation. Or it could be talking about your partner or ex-partner for some of you that maybe has this energy as well, okay? Now, again here in your near future, which is crossing this Two of Cups, opposite this Two of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups. Now, obviously, you know, this card is fantastic when it's in the upright. When it's reversed, it can talk about revelations or secrets maybe coming out, okay? But it talks about discord within certain areas of your life. You know, everything feels out of kilter. This could be to do with a particular relationship. It could be to do with friends. It could be discord at work. There's some area of your life where, and this is obviously connected to what we're talking about here. And as I said, because it's a general reading, it's going to be different for all of you. For some of you, it may very well be a personal relationship. For others, it could be friends and family. For others, it's work. But it's showing that things are not happy at the moment. Things are out of kilter, and there's some area of your life that's just not going the way it should be and is not bringing the fulfillment and the happiness that it should be bringing. And it could be because of a lack of communication, a lack of understanding, whatever it is, some area of your life is not happy at the moment. Now down here in your advice position, we have some fire energy here. We have the 8 of Wands. Now the Wands is Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Now the 8 of Wands normally is a card about communication, but communication that can come in quickly and unexpectedly. The fact that it's reversed, it tells me that there is there's going to be delays with communication, or there is a lack of communication, or something that you are waiting on, or whatever it is, there's delays with it. It talks about delays. Now, to me, I feel this is more talking about communication. And I think this is talking about this situation, and it's talking about some delays here with communication that you are hoping to come through. Now, the way we communicate nowadays, we communicate via text messages, social media, email, and our form of communication is done with speed, okay? We send a message and instantly the other person gets it. Now, it may very well be that you may be sending messages to somebody that this is concerning for you, okay? And it may very well be that they are not replying to you, okay? And that in itself is going to obviously cause some confusion, because you're not going to know what the other person is thinking or feeling. It's either you sending messages and the other person is not responding, or somebody is messaging you and you are not responding. And it's definitely in regards to this particular relationship or work situation, whatever it is, okay? But delays are there. In your environment position, again, we have more of your own energy here. We have the 3 of Pentacles. It is reversed. The 3 of Pentacles, it can talk about it can talk about a lack of growth or advancement within a particular area. Now, if some of you are trying to resolve this situation, but there is no communication coming through, then it's going to create, again, a delay or, this situation where there's no opportunity at the moment to make any advancements in improving this situation. And maybe the only way that it can be improved is for this communication to come through. The 3 of Pentacles, it can talk about avoidance tactics. So for some of you, whoever you're dealing with could very well be avoiding you, avoiding talking to you, communicating with you, avoiding trying to deal with this situation, avoiding trying to improve the situation. The fact that it's 3, yes, it can talk about 3 people, okay? For some of you, there may be a third-party situation going on if we're talking about a personal relationship, okay? But it doesn't have to be talking about 3 people, even though there is 3 people in this card. But to me, it's more talking about somebody avoiding dealing with you, or you avoiding dealing with somebody else. Somebody is not wanting to sort this situation out, or completely end it, or improve it. It's almost like a stalemate type of situation, but one where there's no communication, and that in itself is creating a lack of clarity and understanding, okay? Now, in your hopes and fears or need to know position, we have the major arcana. It's your only major arcana on the table, and it's the Death card, and it's reversed. The Death card, when it's reversed, it talks about major changes, but ones that you're not prepared for, okay? But changes that are entirely necessary. Now, because it's fallen in your hopes and fears, obviously this is something you're fearing here. Sorry, Taurus, I had to pause the reading very briefly there. Because this has fallen in your hopes and fears, it's something that you're fearing, okay? Now, it may very well be that whatever this situation is, it may require some changes to get it back on track. But the thing with the hopes and fears position is sometimes your fears are not the reality, okay? So it seems that, you are fearing these major changes, and maybe because you're fearing them, it's causing you to avoid dealing with the situation or communicating with somebody, because in some way you are fearing some major change, whatever this change is. But like I said, when it's your fears are not always the reality of the situation. So don't allow your fears to prevent you from dealing with something that needs to be dealt with, okay? Now, your outcome card is the 4 of Swords. It is reversed. More thoughts and thinking, okay? Now, the 4 of Swords, it talks about a chaotic time. It talks about trying to solve issues and problems, but it feels like as soon as you sort something out or solve a particular problem, something else comes along. It's like at the moment, everything feels like it's multiplying, okay? You solve an issue, another one comes along, okay? it can also talk about as well that you may feel that somebody is deliberately isolating you in some way. And if we've got this situation here where somebody is using avoidance tactics, if somebody is avoiding you and, not communicating with you, it's very possible that that's going to make you feel as though somebody is deliberately isolating themselves from you. But it talks about a stressful time, Taurus, okay? When this card is upright, it talks about the need to take a break, to put your thoughts to one side and literally take a break from the stress. When it's in the reverse, we see that that's not what you're doing, and that may be what you need to do. Now, I want to pull a clarifying card. See, there we have the Hangman, okay? Major Arcana, okay? It is upright. And the Hangman, it talks about a major decision has to be made. But it talks about that you could very well be literally or feel literally like you are hanging around, either waiting for somebody else to make a decision, or you are hanging around in order for you to make this decision and come to the right decision. There's most definitely a situation going on here, Taurus, okay? It's either a relationship or a work situation that in some form or another is breaking down. There is a lack of clarity, there is a lack of understanding, there is a lack of communication. Somebody is avoiding dealing with this situation. And somebody is needing to make a major decision in connection to this. And again, we see them in limbo. We see them hanging around, almost putting off making the decision. And I wanted to pull another on the Hangman. And this time we've got the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands, it can talk about disagreements and arguments. But sometimes as well, it can talk about external changes going on that can create internal struggles. Whatever this situation is, to me, it's causing some internal challenges with you. We see it here. This could very well be you hanging around, needing to make a decision about this situation. Because there's definitely something going on within your external environment in some area of your life that is creating problems and challenges. And again here, we see it again here. This time it's the Hermit card. It is a major arcana. And it is reversed. So many of your cards tonight have been reversed. And the Hermit card, when it's reversed, it can talk about somebody being obstinate, somebody refusing to face certain problems. which again comes back to this Three of Pentacles. Somebody is avoiding dealing with a situation. And it's either you or it's the other person that's involved in this situation. Now, the thing is, Taurus, it's going to be different for all of you. For some of you, this could be a work situation. I feel for the majority of you, this is talking more about a personal relationship. That there is particular struggles and situations going on within a personal relationship that you're involved in. And you may very well be trying very hard yourself to focus on these problems and try to deal with them and solve them. And it may be very possible that the other person involved is refusing to see the part they've played in this and is refusing to meet you halfway or compromise, or is refusing to just deal with this situation. Maybe cut off communication completely. But the thing is, the only way this situation is going to resolve itself is through communication. That's the only way. And if it's you that's avoiding communicating with the other person, then you need to look at why you're avoiding that. And then see if there's any way possible that that situation can be changed. I see quite an intense month this month for some of you, Taurus. Some stressful time and some challenges going on here in some area of your life. Now, that does conclude your reading, okay? As I said, you know, it's heavy energy and it is quite a specific message. So it's not going to resonate with all of you, okay? But for those of you that it does resonate with, my only advice is you're going to have to open up the communication lines. And if somebody is avoiding you, then you're either going to have to try to resolve that situation, or you're going to have to maybe literally hang around like the hangman until they are prepared to make a decision, okay? It's either person here. But there is an unhappy situation. Now, I will be back again really soon to do your love reading, as well as the Taurus and ex-partner reading that I have decided to do again on a monthly basis. As I said, these readings are late and I am sorry. But I do feel that when I do the readings, it's the right time and it's that time that you're meant to hear these messages, okay? I do hope it resonates with somebody, and I do hope that in somehow, some way, it's going to help. But look, if this is you being like this, don't, you've got to face this problem. That's the fact of it. This will not resolve itself unless you face up to it. Because we see here, not facing up to it, refusing to see it, and we see here again the avoidance tactics. This is either you or the other person involved, but nothing is going to get solved until this can be overcome. Okay, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.